Hello, this is Caroline Linden, and I will be presenting to you about our green team. This video will outline how this high-performing PLC works, how it fits into our district's overall PLC work, and next steps. Lastly, a conclusion for the entire program presentation will be provided. This team consists of 4 curriculum teachers on special assignment, and they meet regularly. This team has many duties, but the parts on which this presentation will focus are its work with new teachers and its role in supporting PLC work at the district level. One main role the members of this PLC group fulfill is to guide teams of teachers through the Power Standards process, which includes identifying them and unpacking them using a common process in all subject areas. These elements are part of a long-term improvement process for the district. The next slide will show how this work fits into the long-term plan for standards work in the district. First, the TOSA team guides committees through selecting and unpacking power standards. These resources will then be given to PLC teams consisting of classroom teachers in order for them to complete the short data cycle, which includes plan, do, study, act. Next, these power standards will be entered into a common electronic tracking tool called Mastery Connect. Then, the TOSA team will lead committees through creating common summative assessments. Ultimately, the way and what we report to parents and the community will also be reviewed and potentially changed. This group will be integral in helping PLC teams move forward using the identified and unpacked power standards. More details of this work will be outlined later in this presentation. The second main role of this PLC is to train all new teachers to the district. The next few slides will outline how the TOSA team is highly functioning itself in its own PLC work. Its students are the new teachers, and the course is the one that all new teachers to the district are required to take. First, you will see an example of the standards that were developed for this course and a rubric that both the TOSA team and its students use. These are an example of some of the standards that were created by the TOSA team to guide their creation of the new EDINA teacher training course. These are the basis of their PLC work in completing the short data cycle of plan, do, study, act. As part of their work, the PLC uses common rubrics to assess students, which are the new teachers. Here is an example of one. They are used as a teaching tool, and students use them to self-assess their work. In addition, the TOSA team gives interim feedback to students based on these rubrics to assess for learning, along with summative feedback of their learning. Students are given the opportunity to add or to redo their work to achieve a higher rating on the rubric. Next, you will learn how the district is currently supporting its PLC teams. The next few slides will show you visuals of an online PLC management tool called SIP Online, along with other supports at the district level. SIP Online, School Improvement Plan Online, is a common tool in which all PLC teams enter pertinent information, including the members' SMART goal and action plan for its group. District-level staff can click on each team's link, as shown above, and see their agendas, norms, and activity logs. District-level staff, including members of the TOSA team, are assigned approximately 10 PLC teams from this list, with whom they meet periodically to support their work. These district liaisons are meant to be connectors for any resources that PLCs may need or want. One of the documents provided to both the liaisons and the PLCs outlined the 7 stages of professional learning, as seen above. Here you see the first 3 steps. This information is intended to help teams identify where they are at in their process and to guide their next steps by providing a description of each stage and how to move forward. In addition, in response to the many questions received from teams about PLC work, the district has developed a frequently asked question document and provided it to PLCs in an effort to support their work and provide consistent answers to teams, along with keeping them moving forward. This document includes two categories: collaborating as a PLC and the nuts and bolts of PLC work, which includes information about scheduling and meeting times. It also includes many live links to documents that can support PLCs in real time when the resources are needed. Next, you will see how the district plans to move forward. As part of its long-term PLC plan, the district plans to use this high-functioning team as an exemplar group to guide other PLCs by perhaps videotaping the group in action or creating a Moodle course incorporating details of how this group continues to be a high-functioning team. The remaining slides will provide the conclusion to this presentation and will include the next steps for the district. As a result of examining the 4 PLC groups referenced in this presentation, the administration team at the district level has identified 3 big ideas on which to focus over the next couple of years. The first step will be to utilize all the effective work that each individual team is currently using to establish a common framework and protocol for all PLCs to use. Professional development around this framework and the protocols will be a focus. The second big idea will occur after teams are adroit at using the PLC framework and common protocols. Since PLC work is the way we do business, the admin team will provide teams time to review the identified power standards and unpacked achievement targets. Providing training and time for teams to create common formative assessments and training on how to use the district's common summative assessments will also be a focus. Lastly, teams will also need professional development on how to use common assessment data in order to determine student progress toward targets and ultimately to adjust instruction and programming accordingly. In order to facilitate this process, the admin team will be creating a common data analysis protocol as well. Our last action step at the district level will be to show teachers what and how high-performing teams function by showing them the end goal. Ways for us to achieve this goal will be to create opportunities for teams to visit other teams in the building or in the district, celebrate PLC work at staff meetings, and to create videos that show high-performing teams at work. Finally, as administrators, we need to have a deep understanding of PLC work and how we want our teams to perform. We must participate and understand at a level that allows us to model the behaviors we want our staff and teams to exhibit. We must keep a laser-like focus on PLCs and their work. Thanks for watching. This concludes Group 5's presentation.